Hi, today we are talking about iPhone SE screen replacement. You can always go to the service center, but sometimes if the phone is not new, its repairing could cost more than its actual price. So now in a little more than 10 minutes I will show how to fix your iPhone display with an ordinary iPhone toolkit, and you can do it by yourself in about half an hour. So the first you want to do is to remove those two screws at the bottom side of the phone. Just don't forget to switch off your phone. And now you can use a suction cup and a really thin screwdriver just to press the frame of the phone down. Don't apply any force to the screen. At that moment you can use thin plastic triangle from your toolkit to gently open the button size of the phone. Now you should open it very carefully, because there is a tiny ribbon cable attached to the home button that plugs into the port below. There is a little metal cover here. Just put your plastic tool underneath it and lift it gently. Now you can unsnap this metal ribbon. And now we can open the phone wide enough to get to those two screws here near the battery. You want to disconnect the battery just for ensuring that there is no power going through those cables. Then you want to unscrew those 4 screws. Let's remove this metal plate and unsnap those 3 ribbon cables that connects display with the main board. It's easy, but you don't have to apply force on it. Now you can untouch those 2 parts. And now we can move to the earpiece. There are 2 screws you want to remove. And now you can remove all those 2 pieces. Now let's move to the home button. You want to unscrew that tiny screw here. And gently unbend it. And now let's remove those 2 screws. And this little metal piece. Now you want to press home button from the front side of the screen to remove it. If you are changing the display for the first time, there might be a little glue between that cable and the plastic body of the display. Just don't tear it. Now we will remove this back metal plate from the screen. There are 5 screws which are holding that plate. My advice is to put all those little tiny things in a row. So you won't forget which part is from which place. Now you want to untouch the front camera and those sensors. Disconnect it gently. And you have to untouch this little metal plate. So now you can separate metal plate from the broken screen. So now let's take a new screen. It is sold as a 1 unit. And now we can throw out old one. Now let's do all the same procedures, just in different order. Let's put that metal plate in its position. Now you want to set those front sensors and the camera in the place. Now I'll put those 5 screws which are holding that metal plate back. And now we can place an earpiece in its position and fix it using that metal bracket. The lengths of the screws are different. The longest one is on the top. Now let's put the home button back in its place and fix it with that metal bracket. There are 2 tiny screws that hold it. And now you should bend this ribbon and make sure this little metal piece is facing up. And fix it with a screw. Now we want to plug in the screen. There are 3 ribbon cables here. You can do it either by a finger or by plastic tool. And now we can attach battery connector in its place. And before putting those metal plates in their places, let's test how our screen works. Just close it gently and press switch in button. It looks very good. If there are lines or it doesn't switches on, you should check ribbon cable connection with the main board. If it's working, switch off the phone and place those metal plates in their places. There are 4 screws in a bigger metal plate and 2 screws in the smallest one. And now the hardest part. We should attach this ribbon cable. First you want to place the top of the screen into the frame to keep it stable while we are working with that ribbon cable. So now you want to place this ribbon cable above the connector and press it gently down. You can use either your finger or the plastic tool from the set. And now there is the hardest part. You should take this little metal piece and place it on top of this ribbon cable port. Upper part should go inside first. And then you want to press it down by the plastic tool. Now you can gently press the screen inside the frame of the phone. Put those two screws back in their places. And test the phone. It looks great. That's all for now. Don't forget to give me a like if it was helpful to you. See you next time.